Well, there's a lot of beginner houseplants out there. Houseplants are more popular than ever with young people moving into the dorm at college or getting their first apartment. And so, I always encourage them, start with things like spider plants or snake plants. There's a lot of really easy ones.
I love the look of a snake plant.
Yes.
And from experience, they're very hard to kill.
Yes. And that's the perfect starter
They're just
plant.
happy to just be there.
Right. Yes.
Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of At Home with Emily. It's a podcast about creating a life you love. I'm your host, Emily Wood. And today our special guest is Kelly McGowan from the University of Missouri Extension Office right here in Springfield. Kelly is a horticulturist and knows all things plants that I do not know. Do not have a green thumb, but I try.
That's okay. Keep trying.
You've taught me everything I know. Let's put it that way. So today, Kelly and I are talking about really more of a design topic for the interior of your home. And so I know so many of you are saying, no, don't even get started on plants because plants are hard to keep alive and I kill plants. But you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
There are a lot of plants, because I'm also in that camp. Like, oh, no, it's dead. I forgot about it the last 3 days. There are a lot of plants that do not need you to care for them very much.
There's some, yes.
But there are still benefits that you get from those plants. And I just think green in every room, some kind of green.
Right.
Unfortunately, here in the studio, we did not set up our real plants today. We just have our fake guys, but it's some green is better than no green.
Right.
But where is a good place to start? And for those of you who are plant lovers, we're going to get to you too. We're going to get it into the weeds literally. So where is a good place to start for somebody that is wanting to bring in something real, but afraid, not knowing if they have enough sun, if they're going to remember to water it, things like that?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of beginner houseplants out there. Houseplants are more popular than ever with young people moving into the dorm at college or getting their first apartment. And so, I always encourage them, start with things like spider plants or snake plants. There's a lot of really easy
I love the
ones.
look of a snake plant.
Yes.
And from experience, they're very hard to kill.
Yes.
And
that's the perfect starter
They're just
plant.
happy to just be there.
Right. Yes, absolutely. So that's a great one to start with.
And so that's going to be the guy that just grows straight up tall.
Yes.
And if you want some more height, you can put him in a planter. You can put him on a table, on a planter, on a table, just depending how high you want to go.
Right.
And they just keep growing. So we've got the snake plant, and the spider plant is a little bit more of a trellis effect, right?
The spider plant is going to put out babies. So you often will see those in like hanging baskets, and then you can clip off the babies.
Out like a spider's legs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, or tentacles.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely, where it gets its name. So another great one is pothos, and it's a kind of a vining plant that looks good in hanging baskets as well. So if someone's new, try one of those three, and they will not let you down.
Spider plant, and pothos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And all of those will do good in varying amounts of light?
Yes. Now, all plants, need quite a bit of light, but those will do well in a lower light situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so where's our next step? Okay, we've got the snake and the spider. They're doing great. Where are we headed now, Kelly?
Well, you do have to, check them ever so often. With the ones we just mentioned, try to check them once a week. I know that it's hard. I know that people get busy. But most houseplants die from overwatering, not underwatering.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it's overwatering. There's nowhere for that water to grow, and roots will start to rot. So don't overwater your plants. Number one tip.
Okay.
Yep.
And so where are the next plants that we can add in?
Well, I just encourage you to try them different places in your home. Try different windows, try maybe a shelf you've never thought of before. And if it does tend to be a little darker in the corner you want to put a plant, you can try a grow light. And grow lights have come a long way. You can put them on a shelf like we have here, and you wouldn't even know it was a grow light. And so that allows you to grow in more places than you have in the past.
So you can just grab those online?
Absolutely. Amazon is a great place for inexpensive grow lights.
I would love to talk about trees.
Yes.
because I am one that grabs fake trees. They are pretty pricey. Some of them look real, some of them don't. You just kind of trial and error there. But is it possible to keep some real trees going indoors?
Yes. Don't buy fake trees.
Sorry, Kelly. Sorry to disappoint you. Breaking your heart right now.
One of my favorites is called a Norfolk Island pine. And we will often see this a lot at Christmas because they'll come in little Christmas containers and they're decorated with ornaments. But after Christmas, you can pot it in a flower pot and it will get pretty large. It'll get, up to ceiling height in just a few years. And if you take care of it, keep it watered, give it, sufficient light, there's a nice indoor tree that does really well. Yeah.
And what about the ones that we see as dupes and fakes all the time? We see the fiddle leaf fig as a plastic or rubber or whatever they are. We see the olive trees. What can we actually make work in a real version that would be similar to some of those?
Well, the fiddle leaf fig, the real version, makes a great house plant. Olive trees, not so much, but several of those make a great house plant. And I'll put a little plug in here for Schfitzels. If anyone lives here in Springfield, we have a local plant shop called Schfitzels. It's over on North Glenstone. And
it's been forever.
Oh, it's just an incredible place. Been there since the 50s. They've got an incredible selection of house plants, and they can also answer a lot of questions and give you suggestions as well about ones that might do well.
And so the trees, are those going to be pretty quick growers?
They're going to be pretty slow growers in a home just because they're not going to have the amount of light that they would if they were outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely see people on Marketplace and all other places where they've raised up those trees and they want a nice price for them.
Yes,
because it's taken some work to get them there.
Right.
Well, and I would just say from a design side, when you're adding, those plants into your home, it's a great way to bring a natural element into your design aesthetic. So speaking from a design side, we want to see green in every room, something that's fresh. And to your point, the benefits that you're going to get from a real plant far outweigh the counterfeit option.
Absolutely. They clean the air. They're beautiful. It's a natural element. There's so many great reasons to have houseplants.
So it's been exciting for you to see them make a comeback.
Yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see young people excited about houseplants. That just makes me so happy.
I see the coffee mugs that are like plant mom, plant lady.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a great place to start with your first living thing, too.
Exactly, yes.
Kelly, thank you so much for coming on.